Jeremy, we're now here at the heart of the system, I guess, at the switchboard where it all starts. Tell us a little bit about what goes into making a switchboard. Some of what we hear are, all electric houses need to be 3-phase rather than just single phase. Is that an issue? What do we do about that?
So I think there is some truth to that. I'm finding that all our homes tend to be 3-phase. When you start putting on multiple air conditioners, you put induction cooktop, you put an EV charger, and you put a solar system, you're starting to put quite a bit of flow potentially through the lines. The electrician, they're guided by, I think it's AS 3000, which has guidance on when you have to upgrade from single phase to 3-phase.
Okay.
It just depends on the ampage in your utility area. If you've got an 80 amp, which is quite high, you might be okay with single phase, but if you're down to 40 amps, you're probably going to need to put in 3-phase just to meet those loads. Now, we typically will tell clients go 3-phase regardless, because 3-phase gives you some benefits, and the benefits it gives with EVs is fast charging. First of all, if you've got on a single phase, the fastest single phase can do is 7 kilowatt per hour into your tank. 3-phase basically triples that, so you can get up to 22 kilowatts of charging speed depending on the car charger that you use. That's what they call a class 2 charger, and that'll be a really fast charge if you need a fast charge. It's there, so that's sort of a nice thing to have. The other nice thing to have is if you're feeding energy back to the grid. With single phase, most network providers will only allow up to 5 kilowatts of power to be fed back into the grid at one time. But with 3-phase means you can feed 15 kilowatts.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, why is this important? It used to be important when you got a 60-cent feed-in tariff or something, right? That was really good.
Yeah.
But now you can still get really high feed-in tariffs if you've got a battery and you're with say a wholesale power company like Amber Electricity. They will give you the spot price. So the wholesale market, the prices go up and down all the time. And normally on most power providers, they'll just set a flat rate and you'll just get charged a flat rate. But places like electricity providers like Amber allow you to interact with that wholesale market. Why that's important is at times of peak period, like those nighttime periods when people come home and turn on their homes, the actual kilowatt hour cost can be $10, can be up to $15. And if you've got an ability, you've got a lot of power in your battery, put a charge during the day, you see on your Amber app, hang on, it's a $10 a kilowatt, I'm going to put it back into the grid now, right? So you're doing what the grid wants, you're trying to balance the grid, that's good for society, and you're also paying your system back a lot quicker. So if you've got 3-phase, you can really take advantage of those quick spots.
It gives you more flexibility. So again, the importance of sitting down with your client and talking about all these sorts of things and trying to make the best decision you can.
Yeah, correct. The good news is all of this sounds complicated, but it comes with apps that have AI and they sort of work it all out for you. The systems go on the wall and they're sort of set and forget. Clients at the end of the day can play with it as much as they want, or they can put it aside. Let's have a look inside.
Let's have a look inside the switchboard.
So one thing to know is if you're going 3-phase, you're going to need a lot of slots. Right, this is for the whole house, so this isn't just for the solar. We've got single circuits here. This one's for taking my glasses off. Hot plates, hot water, wall oven, and then 3 air conditioners. They all get single circuits. And then we've got a group of PowerPoints and lights, PowerPoint light, PowerPoint light, PowerPoint and light. And the way it's split up, it's important to balance. If you do 3-phase, it's important to balance the loads, because when you're working off battery later on, if the sun goes down, you're pulling from the battery and the inverter like to distribute it evenly amongst those 3 circuits. So this will be phase 1, which is the 3-phase is 3 cables that come in from the street in a big bundle. So it goes phase 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And so it's really well evenly distributed switchboard. That's important to get right. Then you need at least 3 switches if you're doing a 3-phase car charging. So this is for the EV that turns the power on and off there for the EV. We've got obviously the main switch there, and this one turns off the inverter. Now, if you're having any smart control of appliances and things, you would need some slots to do that. You can see that there's some extra slots that are left. And coming down the track, really exciting is vehicle to house technology, where your car with its great big battery could be the battery for the house, and obviously there's going to be a little bit more communication that goes on. So I'd be leaving at least another 3 switches. When I say switches, each one of these plates is another switch.
Right. Yeah.
So this is a 60 switch switchboard in there. My solar installs have told us that we need a minimum of 32.
Okay.
Right? So you can get by with 32, but I just like to have extra space. Putting one of these in anyway, and the future is changing quickly, so let's prepare for it.
Sort of future proofing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. And it all goes in there. Oh, NBN, we like to bring the NBN nice and close to the switchboard so that it can talk to, we can bring it through and talk to the inverter, talk to the car if there's a car, and the smart charger. So we've just got things in the right place and nice and close, because the battery was just on the other side of that wall. If we ever, it just makes it quite flexible if the setup needs to change a little.
Right, yes.